Welcome everyone to Flux Motorsport's first race of the Lmp2 season of the Project Cars 2 series. It's been a long time since I've been in the booth, or not too long. Last time you would have seen us in the booth, it would have been for the Fiat Supercar Championship of 2021, the first one. Since then we've had a second Fiat Supercar Championship, which was in the first season of 2021, or 2022 to be exact. Currently we are seeing our drivers heading onto the track in the rain for Silverstone tonight, which will be an exciting season with currently a full grid with many quick drivers, many past championships, and many manufacturers as well tonight. So currently we're spectating Tyjo in the car that he would once nickname the Pink Panther as he slides through the track. And I believe, actually no, with Spud going in the car that he would once call the Batmobile, which they were two cars Tyjo would love truly when he would race in the Lmp2s, as he raced in many of our Lmp2 seasons in the past. So we'll head through our drivers at the moment. eMotorsports is a driver that many Flux Motorsport members may remember from the past. He hasn't driven in Flux Motorsport for a while, but he's back now. He's previously driven in the LMP2s in the past, especially once when they were here at Silverstone. Last time the LMP2s were at Silverstone, eMotorsports got pole position in the race due to some incidents on the track. By himself as well, and a 12-second penalty, he came second. This will be his home race tonight, so it'll be very well looking for hope for eMotorsports, so good luck to eMotorsports himself. He won't have Bruce Law to race against tonight. He'll have so many new drivers he recognises from the past and drivers he hasn't raced with before, such as Blankfile, for example, someone who's been in countless Flux Motorsport championships. He's actually a Flux Motorsport champion as well, winning the GT3 season in 2020, in early 2021 I believe. I could be wrong on that. Thanks. I'll have to... Yeah, apologies Gary, I can see it on my laptop alright. I'm not sure, maybe try refreshing it or something. What are you seeing on your screen? Maybe I could try and help you out. I'm not too sure. I'm on my own personal YouTube account on my laptop when I'm able to see the stream alright. Maybe just comment what you're seeing and I'll try and help you out there. But yeah, Blankfile's past GT3 championship in Flux. He's driven in the GT1s as well. I don't want to make a championship battling drivers such as eMotorsports and Bruce Law. Bruce Law in his panels and eMotorsports in the Mercedes, and Blank would almost be known for driving the Toyota back then. We've got 7 minutes left to go in qualifying. Have a look at Supercrosser in the pits at the moment, I believe. So yeah, with qualifying at the moment, most of the drivers will be starting to get their best laps towards the end of qualifying. And their current laps, as we see Super actually yeah, you can see the open cockpit on Super's cars. Actually, you'll be able to see a lot of the drivers nearby you a lot easier than you actually think. So yeah, they are the extra cars this season. If you remember the extra cars from the past, they would be the extra V8 supercars and the father-son duo of Race1 and Supercrusher. So the extra team decides to take their drivers on once more, ready to head into the Lmp2s. In the past, the extra drivers would have many successful races with no championships, but Supercrusher having high amounts of second place races. And then Revs Martin helping him a lot during the ride, getting many podiums as well, getting third as well. And this will be Richie as well tonight. Richie's quite a fast driver. If you've seen the community sections. Yeah, no worries, all right, Turkish. It's been a bit. I remember racing with you in the touring cars a while ago. No worries, mate. But yeah, Richie's also a fast driver. If you've gone through our community challenge section, Richie's many times going to be in the top 8 to top 10, whatever you see, in the Project Cars community challenges. He's someone that I've seen doing that. On to Taijo, he's someone that's a Flux Motorsport championship. He's won the IndyCar championship in 2021. I believe that would be the second season of the IndyCars in 2021. And he's done as we see him go right wide into turn 1. Did he actually hit the wall there? We'll have to have a look. No, he's gone right back into the pits. He won't be happy with that one. Heading on to McToasty as well. Before I talk to Taijo, he's also won a second Lmp2 championship, winning the Group N4 championship last year. Often driving the Mitsubishi Lancer Evo 10. And as the Flux Motorsport Pro Rally Championship had taken the Group N's as well once again. If you are interested in joining the Dirt Rally Championship or any of our championships, go to fluxmotorsport.com/join, where it will link you towards our Discord. We are currently running 6 championships, 2 on Project Cars 2, 2 on Gran Turismo 7 and 2 on Dirt Rally 2.0. McToasty here has won a championship in the Lmp2s, I believe, quite a while ago in the American Tour last year. He hasn't taken them to Silverstone, but he's one that you'd often see back in, if you go through the past streams, he would be taking one of the white and blue Nissans, and he'd be very quick in them. Whereas Martin being the other extra carb. With 4 minutes left to go, we've got Spud on the board in first place with a 1 minute 50. Currently in the pits at the moment, Curb, also known as Danny, in second place with a 151. That's almost a whole second behind Spud. So Spud's just going absolutely really quick in that convertible. I don't reckon he's going to be dry enough for using the slicks, but we'll have to wait and see. I know some drivers were going to be trying slicks towards the end of quali. As the rain has stopped, the track is still wet. So what the forecast was, it was going to be light rain for the first half of qualifying and then dry for the last half of qualifying. So eMotorsports, who got pole last time Flux Motorsport took the Lmp2 to Silverstone, he would be in third place at the moment. Oh, just behind Super, the convertible Nissan. So that takes 2 convertibles into the top 3 for the Lmp2s. Another driver I haven't talked about tonight is Will. This is Will's debut race in a championship. Will's done many off-season club races in Flux Motorsport, but this will be his first time doing a championship race. And as we go on to JMG, this will be JMG's first ever race in Flux Motorsport. So it'll be very exciting to see how he is there. I believe that's the teammate car of Kirby Full. Yeah, I believe JMG is French, so good luck to you there, JMG. Who is also French is Richie, so let's go good luck to all the French drivers tonight, JMG and Richie. 2 minutes left, it's still Spud, Kirby Full, Super, and then eMotorsports. Taijo still 5th. That wipes out the top 5 at the moment. One of the just as I go into HHV in his Marek, straight to 4th place and taking eMotorsports into 6th place and Super into 5th. Those Mareks have been seen a lot in the past, often used by Bruce Law and Lecky. We're in a Zodiac as well, is another driver I know who's to have used the Mareks, so I believe we've got 2 OBX Mareks on the grid tonight, which is the second one will be driven by TTV Spaceman. Currently in 15th place, he's taking it easy in the still quite wet track. If you see the spray coming off the tyres on the heading onto the old pit straight. There's still a bit of puddles, so I don't reckon there's going to be enough for slicks yet. So that's Will now in 4th place, bumping HHV down to 5th. With a full grid tonight, this is going to be such an exciting race. I can't wait for this. So Davy Jones is the brother of HHV in the Nissan. So good luck to you, Davy Jones. This is, I believe, debut championship for race for you as well. He's done many quad races in the off season, but now he's going to be testing himself in the championships against the other guys. And then the other driver that I haven't talked about tonight is GA Hellraiser. I believe he's done some of the IndyCars on the ovals in the past, but now he's taking into the Lmp2s in his green Thrustmaster Nissan, I believe. And that is, yes. So 50 seconds left. This will be everyone's last few laps. That's Kirby Full in his Nissan Ligier. Still in 2nd place, but that gap to Spud's gotten a lot closer now that the track's starting to dry up. Only 1/10 behind it, even less than a tenth, probably only hundreds between it. So still looking at Spud, Kirby Full, Super Crusher, Will, and then HHV, Immortalis in 6th, and then Taijo in 7th. No, Immortalis takes pole! Immortalis has pole. He takes pole when Flux goes here in 2020. He takes pole when Flux Motorsport goes here in 2022. And I bet he's loving this. He said he feels really rusty in the Lmp2s, but no, you can see he's got the hang of it now. That's his home race here, so he'll be really looking to perform it tonight. And he'll be wanting to avenge himself. Because last time Flux was here, he got into a bit of troubles. He said to me earlier before the race started that he had spun at Corbs, gotten some damage and a 12-second penalty, meaning he was unable to beat Bruce Law, the 7-time Flux Motorsport Championship himself. Many would call him the Michael Schumacher of Flux Motorsport. So 50 seconds left. No, it just ended, so not long left now. Will's still in 5th place. Now it's Taijo heading into quad. We'll see if he can improve from his 7th. That's Revs overtaking him in the extra convertible of the Oregon Nissan. He goes wide. That's going to be really unlucky. That's not going to be a better lap for him. HHV down the back straight. Actually, I don't know if that's going to be... Yeah, I think that's well good at getting another lap. So heading into Stowe, we'll see what Will can do with HHV behind him. With a dirty air of Will behind HHV. I don't reckon he'll be much quicker, but is that HHV or Spaceman in front of him? That's actually Spaceman, so Spaceman's going to let him go because he knows Will's the quicker driver. Will currently in 5th, 1.6 seconds behind Immortalis' pole position. Can he get higher than 5th? And that's unlucky, he can't get higher than 5th. Alright, we'll head over to Taijo. Yeah, I believe that's heading onto the old pit straight. Still in 9th. He managed to make it into the top 6 earlier. Taijo's been really quick. Yeah, unlucky. How? Don't be typing and racing at the same time, Taijo. I see you there. You just keep it going, mate. I don't believe typing and racing is going to get you any quicker in quality. You still got this, mate. Yeah, unlucky. So I believe broadcasts would just be a bit behind. So we now have our official standings, and that's Kirby in 2nd above Spud now. So that's we only got one convertible in the podium now. And wow, here we go. That's a lot of position changings that I would not be expecting to see. The wet would really change things up for the drivers. So we'd got Immortalis once again in pole position like he was in 2020. Curveball behind him in 2nd place, and Spud Mad in his Orica in 3rd. Supercrusher of the extra Orica in 4th. Will Stone who's debuted on the 5th. HHV in 6th. Blank File in 7th. Revs Martin in 8th. That's Taijo in 9th in his Pink Panther Nissan, but Toasty in his white Nissan behind him. That'd be the French Richie in 11th. James G, the next French I believe he's actually friends with Richie in 12th in the Nissan Ligier, in the younger Ligier RG. 14th is Halo Racer in the Thrustmaster Nissan Ligier. 15th is Davy Jones, the brother of HHV, and then Spaceman in 16th. So the drivers currently have 2 minutes to perfect their setups. I believe we're going to be having a medium amount of cloud heading into the first half of the race, and then light cloud into the last half, or last 2/3 of the race, could be mistaken. I want to go behind Super Crusher in the start line. Actually, no, we'll get behind the 2 leaders, so I reckon we'll go with Super. Super's known to have taken some really good aggressive overtakes in the past, and Spud knows that himself. So Spud knows he's really got to defend that inside line. And then Kirbyful. Yeah, that's Martin. Yes, Lecky 2000 peeping into the stream, so good luck to all the drivers out here tonight. Seeing him in the comment section there. With the full grid, anything can happen. And the tyre wear. Immortalis has said this himself. He's raced here in the past. He said the tyre wear is going to be horrendous. I know most drivers are going to be driving the softs. I could be wrong. Spud could be using the softs. I've heard something about Spud using the hards earlier in his Orica Nissan. But I believe most drivers will be using the softs. I'm not sure if any others will be, but the only way we'll really be finding that out is if there'll be anyone taking, well, no pit stops later on in the race, and we'll be able to see that by the end of the results, how many pit stops they've taken. Do anyone in the comment section just predict, if you have any predictions on who is going to win the race, who is going to get a fastest lap, anything that's going to happen in the race, big events, what anyone's thinking. So I reckon I've got a prediction of, it's almost too hard to say, to be honest. But it's about to go green, and the lights are out, the drivers are off, and the Flux Motorsport Lmp2s are underway. That's the Nissans, the Oricas, everyone goes through cleanly, I believe. No, who's that? That's JMG and that's blank file and HHV. 2 drivers really unlucky. There's definitely going to be going straight to the stewards tonight, with RG as well in his yellow Nissan. That's 3 drivers out in the first sector already, leaving Curverfield taking first place behind Spud. Immortalis has gone to 3rd. Wonder what happened there. We couldn't catch that while looking at the HHV and blank file crash. That's Curvyful heading in first, then Spud behind him. Oh, Immortalis, Supercrusher, Will, Rose Martin, Richie. Actually, no, Rev's going in on the inside of Richie with JMG behind him. The 2 Frenchies getting the drive of each other. Rose Martin down the inside. Richie with his Ligier actually on the inside, but Rose Martin letting him go. Could we make the dive down the inside? But it could be JMG looking to go for the overtake of Rose Martin. Down the inside into Maggots, possibly, and he takes it. No, it won't be enough for him to go through Beckett's, heading him back into the top guys. That's Spud now in first. We've missed down a lot of overtaking between this top 3 already. Immortalis really wanting to avenge himself, especially from last time, unable to beat Bruce Law. So Spud heading into Stowe, being on to make his lap. He's getting the distance on Immortalis there, so something must have happened with Curvyful, as Immortalis has now taken 2nd back. If one of them's just gone through Stowe a little worse than the other, or maybe looking to brakes and braking too late. And those, especially if any of those 3 are on hards, one of them will definitely be tyre saving, wanting to make sure they get through the whole race. And I thought Spud would be on hards, but he seems to be so much quicker than those other 2s. And that's Will in 5th, and Richie, JMG, and Tiger is now overtaken Rose Martin. Rose Martin now is, I believe Rose Martin's spun out. We'll have to take a look at his car real quick. Yeah, he must have spun out yeah, I think he spun out with Tiger. So something must have happened earlier. I'm going to get Tiger's stream next to me, just so if anyone's interested, one of our other drivers that's streaming Tiger under the name Sodium Chloride, if you want to get any other point of views of the race. Yeah, that's definitely something happening there, because I can see that Tyjo's got some suspension damage and some aero damage on himself. So Spud keeping that lead. Danny's sort of held back now, with Super getting a little bit closer. And that's Super going really wide in Cobb. So yeah, that's going to give him a lot of positions back. There's positions everywhere being changed. That's Blank File and HHV, who spun out in the first corner, first lap, actually making themselves back through the field. I'll go have a look at them after we see Will battling JMG, the French, and Richie. The two French drivers going really well tonight. Going from about less than 10th place. We're giving a bit of a laugh in the comment section, but yeah, a bit of a tap from Will, and oh no! Yeah, I'd say that's almost Will spinning JMG's. Will continues driving. That's 3 wide in the last corner as well. Yeah, Will's giving the position back to JMG. Okay, that's as long as I was making sure to look forward to that happening, because I do reckon I'm going to call that one on Will spinning. And is that a Tiger just flying off? Yeah, wow. Tijo forgot to lift off in that corner for sure. Holy moly, what happened there? His brakes are really cold. Maybe he left his... Oh, I don't know what's going on with him. It could be this... It can't be the suspension damage being that bad. He has got that much of a car. As you can see on the screen, the car doesn't look too damaged, but... Yeah, you can see Tijo's car just fly off in the background, but... Yeah, Richie's... No, that's Richie and Kurt battling it out. That's Richie almost going straight to third after finishing about 7th by the end of qualifying. And JMG's going to force him straight well back to the forge. The French driver's going really well tonight. Amazing job to you guys. I'm calling Richie my driver of the day at the moment, as he's gone straight from 4th to early back in the field. Else his drivers are struggling, spinning out, but no, he's overtaken a lot as well. With Danny in front of him, he'll be looking to make it great draft heading into Brooklyn, heading on Stowe. Is he going to need to go down the inside or the outside? Looking down the outside. While Danny keeps that inside line defensively, he knows what he's doing. Yeah, I don't reckon that's going to be enough for Richie. Heading into the club, chicane, very sharp 90-degree left-hander. You can see how aggressively he really wants to make that move, but he's just really unsure. But no, Danny goes really wide, giving the spot perfectly open for Richie, and off he goes into 3rd place. Will he be able to keep the 3rd place is what we need to know. Now I really want to go straight onto a cockpit rear view of Danny heading behind Richie, see how he can make this move, and that's it. Mortel's getting a little slow there, so that's almost a 10-second lead for Spudman himself. So some facts about Spudman, he used to do some racing himself, racing some open wheelers in Europe, such as Formula Renaults and historic Formula 2s. He's also done some Fiat Supercars in Australia as well. So now Richie's getting a little bit further away from curve. That could be some tyre wear on him from the spins he's had, or I don't know, maybe this tyre saving. Some drivers getting some trouble that I'm just really not expecting. Like, yeah, Immortals has dropped back a few times, and now it's 10-second lead from Spud. Holy moly, yeah, if Spud's got the hards on, I am bloody impressed. Well done to Spudman right there. I'm loving what he's doing tonight. And then Blank File already in 6th place. If you guys saw that earlier with his crash in... Yeah, go Richie, Maz, with Mike in the comment section. Richie's going at it tonight. Hey, Richie's is... I mean... he's got a big chance of the win. He's 2nd after storming up. If anyone can look back through the stream for me, I believe he came 7th at the end of qualifying, and wow, I'm really impressed by Richie. And that's James Jean 7th after getting in an unlucky accident with Will. Will being the good sport, giving the position back a few quarters later, but it would cause some trouble for the drivers going past. We almost had 3 wide for the last corner. But looking at James G, I see a sneaky old Toast coming up behind him. McToasty, driver known in the past for being really quick in the GTEs, the IndyCars, the Lmp2s, GT1s and GT3s. You can see Toasty's old championship GT1s he would host commentating with Red as a few seasons ago if you scroll back through Flux Motorsport TV. But yeah, okay, that's 11th like he has said. So Richie going from 11th to 2nd, that's impressive. He's definitely my driver for the race so far. Really impressive for Rick. Gee, that's amazing. But also Taito, we saw him flying away off the first corner earlier, and he's now made himself back up to 9th. So it's well done to Taito. Well in 10th after he had to give some positions back and letting him water drivers go past him. And that really, that livery of his Mac really. And g'day Danny, good morning to you, how are you? So yeah, but that Miracle really reminds me of that movie Tron. It's a really nice looking livery. I don't mind it, to be honest, but yeah, I reckon Will's going to be trying to make himself go back through the field, and I'm really unsure of how Rev's damage is going after his incident with Taito earlier. And then HHV also got involved with his blank. His brother behind him has got RG to find him. So both of them are, I believe they're both Nissans. No, I believe no, that's a Honda. Davy Jones is in a Honda going wide at Cops. And RG is going to make a lot of time advantage. He's got to go down the inside. Beckett's, maybe he's not going to have enough time, but can he draft down the end of the final straight? We'll have to see what he can whip up for us. He's definitely getting a lot of draft in that. He's taking down the outside. I don't know if that's going to be the spot, but I don't think there was any room on the inside. And I believe we've got a retiree. Someone's retired. I believe that's Spaceman. Spaceman's gone. So yeah, that could be a big engine failure for Spaceman, or really unsure what's going on for Spaceman, if something's happened to his car, or I reckon that's that must be some sort of really unlucky failure by Spaceman there. So now Spaceman will have to wait another race to gain the points that he missed out on this race. But back up to the front of the field, it looks like we've got Immortalis in 6th place. So I believe he must have spun or something, or he's either getting slower or something's happened to him on track, because now he's in 6th place behind Super Crusher. Battle for 3rd as well, with Blankfall's in third. Oh, this is much more overtaking than I was honestly expecting. Like, everyone's changed positions. I mean, we had Kirby battling Richie before for 3rd, and now Richie and Blank battling for 3rd. Oh no, that's Blank and Rich. That's Blank and Danny. Oh wow! Everyone's overtaking each other, and Richie's going to be okay. If anyone could take a guess what happened to Richie, I'd really love to know. I reckon he's just gone wide at one corner, and that's just Blank file. After getting in an incident with HHV in the first lap, he's made himself back into the top 3. I mean, that's just as impressive as Richie coming back from 11th from qualifying. And wow, I mean, holy moly, Spud's in his buddy 20 seconds ahead, and Spud's just crazy dominant tonight. If you guys saw Spud in his debut race, he went, that was Circuit of America's National in the V8 Supercars. I believe he won by 20 seconds maybe in his debut race, and he got pole. So if that says anything about how dominant Spud Mad can be, that's enough for me to say, to be honest. But Blankfile hopefully getting some dirty air, heading to the old pit straight. Heading into Cops, he's not going to have enough time to go down the inside. He's going to want to keep these lines as best he can before he heads into the final straight. He wanted... Yeah, no worries, Mason, that's alright. So heading into the back straight. He's definitely got that draft. He's got the toe. Richie behind him. You can see all the drivers behind, even Tyjo from the background. Going down the inside. That's Blankfall on the inside. Does Blankfall make it? Does Blankfall make it? Heading into Cobb. I think Blankfall's got him. Oh no. Maybe. No, Kirby's got his back. Daddy's got his back. There's a bit of a bump and rub. Rubbing's on the side, and Blanker's got that second place. And what's that? Supercrusher in the pits already. That's an early pit stop. I don't reckon that's any damage at all, but yeah, that's an early pit stop. It could be tyres, right? Because I know some drivers will be using the softs to softs in this race, as I know that's what happened to the old guys. Yeah, so yeah, Tyjo's got a battle for eighth with Toasty. James G, even the Frenchman right behind him. You can see in the background at the Wellington straight with the white. Oh, that's actually Tyjo going down the inside of Toasty. Is he going to make it? Heading into Loffield before Woodcote. He's going to be on the outside. There's going to be a soft racing line in my opinion, but that's a Nissan v Nissan. And Toasty gets behind him. Tyjo on the overtake. Well done to those guys. We're going to get right back into the top three battle though, because Blankfall's actually 2 seconds above Kirby now, and Danny's... No, that's not Danny. Yeah, that's Danny in third. And then Richie actually going to make that move. Oh no, that's Immortalis behind him. That battle we saw. That's a spin heading into Brooklands. That's really unlucky. That just shows how bad the dirty air can get behind these cars. So the dirty air can be really, really challenging, but it's still so much overtaking we're seeing in the race. So fifth place JMG, the Frenchman, behind his mate Richie in fifth, 3 seconds later, but Tyjo's in ninth after spinning earlier, and then Toasty behind him after gets overtaken by Tyjo in Woodcote. So JMG heading into the final straight. Then Tyjo, oh, bit of a swerve from Toasty, and then Will going to be trying to defend Immortalis, and Immortalis trying to take care of his tyres after that spin earlier. Yeah, when Immortalis is spinning, his tyres probably not going to be filming as well, so he won't be taking it easy on his car for now. So I do want to check on revs. I want to look at his front bump on the next camera view, getting the enabled point of time. So his front bump looks okay, so I'm just wondering how much damage he actually got from that incident from Tyjo earlier. And the Super coming out of the pits early. Everyone's starting to spread out. That's Immortalis down the inside of Will. So no, those tyres are absolutely fine, you can see. As he takes down Will, heading out of Woodcote and into the back straight of the old circuit. So Immortalis is absolutely fine. He wants to take that podium position back, and he's going to storm right through the field. So a driver I want to keep an eye on for now is Supercrusher in 12th place. As he's done a really early pit stop. He pitted with around 30 minutes left to go. And I don't think I was going to be seeing anyone pit that early. I know they're going to be pitting for tyres this race. That's what we all did back in 2020. But that softs, that's another retirement. That's Hellraiser. Yeah, okay, that's really unlucky for I'm really not sure what happened to Hellraiser there, so unlucky to him. That could be some sort of failure. If anyone knows what happens to Hellraiser, they could pitch in. But yeah, that driver I really want to have a look at the moment is Supercrusher. So I'm going to keep an eye on that name on the leaderboard and see where it goes. Oh, that's James G with a little swerve heading onto the back straight. There's going to be Tyjo taking down the inside into Abbey. Is Tyjo actually going to be able to make the move? And yes, he does. That's fifth place for Tyjo. Farm curve and into village section. The Spaceman just wants that a really challenging part of the section. That's a bump from JMG. Oh no. Tyjo losing a lot of position. JMG not giving the position back. If Tyjo submits that inquiry, that could be a hefty penalty for JMG. Only a minor loss in momentum. Yeah, only minor loss in momentum. That's... Oh, okay, yep, HHV in the pit stop, yep, okay. Nice spotting there, so that's a 27 minutes left to go, and that's HHV taking his pits. Go into that battle for the podium again, so... Yeah, that's... Yeah, so I don't reckon JMG... That's just probably really miscalculation on JMG, just with the braking. Everyone's probably just got different braking points in that corner. That village corners are village view corners. That's a really tough part of the track. You're in first gear, trying to get your racing lines right, braking quite heavily. So if people having less braking pressure compared to the higher braking pressures that they're running on their setup, they're all going to be running it quite dear. Oh my god, oh dear, that's almost 30-second lead for Spud Mad. Let's go talk about this man Spud Mad, because he has been first for almost the entire race. And if you've seen this man race, you know that this ain't a big surprise for him. In the Oracle Nissan. And that's Richie and James G. So both French drivers are then now in the pits. So they're both probably going to a similar strategy, that now taking the softs in the middle of the race, and they probably almost want to get out of the traffic. And I reckon that's what Super and HHV did earlier. And I believe that's Taiju in the pits too. So yeah, I reckon they're just trying to get out of the traffic. They were all battling, but that's not out of the traffic for long, because they'll be battling each other once they leave the pits. So let's see who actually get out of the pits. Okay, let's see who actually gets out of the pits first. So we'll go for those good old chase cams. That's JMG. I believe that's JMG fixing damage at the moment. Richie out first. That's Taijo. Yeah, Richie's going to get out first. Let's see when JMG gets out. Okay, that's JMG. And then what about Taijo? Yeah, okay, it's not too big of a gap. So that's JMG in 10th, getting out of the pits. Behind Richie, and then Taijo in 11th, so RG's overtaken him. I don't believe RG's had his pit stop yet, but he could be going for the longer run with the hards. So we only seen one penalty on the track so far, with Supercrosser in 8th place. So there you go, so Supercrosser being in the first pit, he's already in 8th place. So I reckon that could be an alright strategy from him so far. The early pit stop, he most likely going from softs to softs, I reckon. Most drivers will be, but I know there's going to be someone using the hards, and I have a feeling that's Spud. But if Spud's on the hards, and he's almost got a 30-second lead already, and people will just keep pitting, I reckon Spud's going to be fine. That's eMotorsports in 4th now. Yeah, he's risen from 9th after he's spin from Brooklyn's earlier. So yeah, eMotorsports is one of the drivers battling with Danny and Richie and Blank File for 3rd and 2nd. And when he was in 5th, he would get a big spin after the dirty air, I believe. Danny from his dirty air, and then yeah, now he's... I told you after he overtook Toasty and Taijo that he would be pushing to get his position back, and that is exactly what I'm talking about, ladies and gentlemen. That's eMotorsports taking that position right back where he wants it, avenging what happened to him in 2020. And if only Bruce Law was here to see him competing. But if you want to see Bruce Law racing, because everyone knows Bruce Law, our 7-time Flux Motorsport Championship, be sure to keep to watch our Gran Turismo Championships. You can see them on Flux Motorsport TV. Then if you want to join the Flux Gran Turismo Championships, you're more than welcome to join that. The link will be in fluxmotorsport.com to join. We'll be racing the Super Formulas and the Group 3s this season, if I'm mistaken. And that's now Super. Oh, that's commentator's curse right onto him. Oh, I feel bad about that one. Heading right onto Super as he's spinning. Heading onto the final straight, but he actually recovers it really well. He's now in 7th, so someone must have pitted earlier. That door spun out behind him. I reckon that was... Or it could have been Revs letting him go by, because it's always going to be some team strategy with these extra teams. If you watch the V8 race seasons in the end of 2020 last year, there would always be the extra teams having some sort of strategy, especially with pits. And yeah, that's Danny saying it was a good race on Saturday. Yeah, the Group 3s, I believe. We had HHV winning the Group 3s at the Daytona Road Course. And then we also had the Super Formulas at the legendary and famous Interlagos. And then the rally drivers have also gone well with the R5s in Australia. I believe, with the driver's going really well there, having great sprints with the 5-stage run. That's eMotorsports taking down Danny on the inside, heading onto the Wellington Straight. Can he head it? Yes, he does. He takes him. Is Danny going to be looking for the inside? I don't reckon he's going to be able to do it. That's Toasty in 5th also. I'm keeping an eye on that and when these drivers will be pitting soon, because I reckon Super's done the right thing by pitting earlier, because he's only 20 seconds behind the guys who hasn't pitted. And that's eMotorsports hunting down Blankfile. Is it? No, Blankfile's got a big lead. Yeah, that's Curbifile. Yeah, that's Curbifile hunting down eMotorsports. Yep, so Toasty 1 second in the end Daytona Road. Super 3rd, and that was New 4th. And yeah, my favourite thing about seeing all the Gran Turismo drivers is their liveries. All the Gran Turismo drivers have got some really creative, interesting liveries, and the wide variety of cars. Also nice to see on the Group 3s. Really cool. And the Super Formula liveries. I think everyone's done some really cool ones. And Lecky's livery is definitely going to be my favourite for the Formula Super Formulas. But yes, we also have the GT5 Championship on Project Cars 2. So if you want to check that out, we've got the GT5s, which are going to be really close racing. They're known for that in the past. They're known for that always. They're going to be a bit small, but they're a little easier to drive. Always good to throw some GT5s into each other. Dive down the inside. You can get some really good overtakings on those GT5s. So make sure to sign up for the GT5. So that's going to be at, I believe, 8 PM UTC once it hits the 31st of October. So that's going to be 9 PM UTC. You could correct me on that one, Mikey, but that's going to be 9 PM or 7 PM UTC before daylight savings hits. I'm guessing 7 at the moment. I'll have to look back on my laptop for that one on their screen, but I'm checking my racing screen at the moment, because I want to see what's going on with Danny and McToasty, because I reckon Tenny's going to be really got to look for the defending. Has got 20 minutes left, and that's 7 UTC, as Lecky says in the comment section. So yeah, if anyone races the GT5, that's 7 PM UTC. Yeah, Danny says, yeah, like he's good at colouring in. He's a real artsy person, apparently. Like he's all very creative with his liveries. It's Richie and James G in 9th and 10th. But I don't think we've got a pit stop from Revs yet as well. I'm waiting for Revs to see if he does a pit or if he does the no pit strategy. 19 minutes left. I reckon we've still got a few more drivers to pit. And we haven't seen Spud pit either. You know, I think we've seen all the proof we need, Lecky, and I don't see any lies at all. So I reckon if Spud's going for the no-stop strategy, I want to see how much closer the other drivers get to him as the race goes on, because they'll have their fresher tyres, but they'll be quicker. Technically on paper they'll be quicker than him once they get their new tyres, but then it takes for them to actually catch up. And Blankfile's still going really well. Too. I mean, Blankfile and Spud haven't pitted. Their tyres are still going well. I don't reckon Blankfile's going on the hards either. Blankfile was actually struggling with his lap times as well. He was struggling to know what downforce he should be using on the rear, but he seems to have definitely sorted that out now. He was saying he was only getting 147s in qualifying. And that's Kirby and McToasty still having a battle. We'll check on the timings, and I mean, yeah, that's 147s for Blankfile, so I reckon Blankfile just had a really good race setup in his on-track quali. But no, he's really sorted his car out there. And I'm going to double check down on this battle with RG and Taijo. I know RG hasn't been... Oh, unlucky for RG. He's going wide. Heading onto the Wellington Straight, so he's really... They're going to have a tough trying to take on Taijo. Taijo's got much fresher tyres. If someone can correct me, I don't think RG is pitted at the moment. So I reckon he'll be trying to keep up with Taijo, just follow his racing and just get as quick as he can because he's still got HHV to stay ahead of, and Davy Jones as well. And that's Blankfile's pit. Blankfile has gone into the pit. That'll be Immortalis overtaking him, and then McToasty and Kirby, and see how many other drivers will be as well. So that'll be Blankfile on the pits, and 17 minutes left to go. So there we go. So Blankfile's not going with the 0 stop. So how many more drivers will be pitting? So the drivers who have not pitted so far are Spudmud, Immortalis, McToasty, Kirby, Will, and I believe that's it. I'm not sure if RG, Revs, and Davy, and Davies, no, I believe that's all our drivers who have pitted, who haven't pitted. Everyone from Will, yeah, the top 5 have not pitted. So what we want to look at the top 5 and see what happens here, because, yeah, okay. I believe that, I don't know if the Mareks can get the full distance on fuel, because I believe Spaceman and Hamish were talking earlier about them being worried about pit strategies because they know they're not going to make it on fuel. So I know we're going to see Will going a bit later on. He's in 5th now with the Marek, so we're going to see a pit stop from Will, I reckon. Spud, okay, yeah, Spud's actually losing some time now. As we saw earlier, he's had that 27-second lead, and now he's gone 15 seconds. It could have been a big spin, or he's losing time. Oh wow, that Oracle sounds really nice in that Nissan engine. But so is Spud getting some tyre wear? 15 minutes left. So we've 15 minutes left. Spud's, yeah, okay. We'll check the penalties now. Yeah, that's a 2-second penalty on Will. That's really not what he needs, as he still needs to pit. 15 seconds ahead, Spud. Immortalis, Toasty, Danny, and then Will. We need to all see where they come out after their pit stop as well, but I guess we're really just going to be waiting to see whose pit crew is also. No, not okay. Good recovery, Will. Good recovery. You're stressing me out there, mate. You're in 5th place and you haven't had a pit stop. And I don't know if your car's going to make it on fuel. You almost had me worried with Blankfile storming up his times with his fresh pair of soft tyres. 30-second behind Spud. So Spud's still, okay, Spud's pulling away now. My only guess is that Spud's actually got some sort of spin or something. He's stayed away from everyone. He's had clean traffic. I don't reckon he's running 21 in the blue flags either. So Spud's just been going lap after lap trying to keep quicker as the race goes on. So Danny, or known as Kerbafol, has had quite the race this. Earlier in the race, we'll say he was battling Blankfile at one stage. He was battling Immortalis at one stage, McToasty at one stage. I believe almost Richie and Super as well. That's Tyjo in 9th. So he's gone up above JMG, RG, and Revs Martin now. Yeah, that's going to be JMG behind them, so he's also overtaken JMG. He was a bit quicker before in the race, and no! That's another extra car spinning in corpse and getting more damage in the roof. Yeah, that's going to be some hefty damage for Revs Martin, as now Will has gone into the pit, so I had a feeling Will would be going to the pits after spinning. So now we've got 4 more that haven't pitted. And how many of these guys? Okay, that takes Super into 5th and Blankfile at 6th. So Super was the first driver to pit, and we know he's got the oldest tyres for the guys who have pitted, but as I said earlier, we wanted to check out Super as the minutes go on, and he's now made top 5. He's only 25, yeah, like you show off your Super Formula livery. If you want everyone go check out Lucky Super Formula livery in, I believe he'll be posting in the the general chat of the Flux Motorsport Discord. If you are interested in joining the Flux Motorsport Discord with all things Flux Motorsport, make sure to go to FluxMotorsport.com, as the link will be in there. If you want any of our merchandise, there's the t-shirts I've got. We've got some phone cases as well. Go to Flux Motorsport, and the shop will be linked in the website as well. So, looking into the... Actually, no, that's Super and Blank in a battle. Both cars have pitted. This is a battle for the top 5 now. So, one Orica and one Nissan. So, one Nissan Legia and one Nissan Orica. They both got the same manufacturer engine. They both just don't have the same chassis and body shape. So they're all going to feed off different wings, different dirty air. They're all going to handle very differently. One's got... I'm still not sure how twitchy Super is. His car's going to be he's going to see a lot more in his cockpit as well. That's Blankfile getting really close to him. So I want to wait to see how Blankfile goes once we reach the Rollington Straight. That's 6th place for Blankfile, 5th place for Super, fighting for the top 5. So as Blankfile, he goes on low to wide. That's going to slow him down a lot more, as you can see. Heading into Village. And entries before the Wellington Straight. He won't have enough time to head down into Brooklands, but we'll see how much the tow can actually go in these cars. So he has gotten closer. Orica Super goes a bit late in braking, and he spins out. Can he actually recover? Quickly go on the trackside view. Super keeps the inside, and Blankfile on the outside. Heading onto the National Circuit's pit straight, but the GT5s will be racing. That's Blankfile taking the move. Super may be taking care of his tyres now, as we see Richie and Immortalis behind them, who have pitted. That's Blankfile taking 4th place. So, that's someone else. Have I missed out on a pit stop? That might have been... No, I haven't missed out on a pit stop. Because, the top 4. Yeah, I've missed out on a pit stop. Someone's pitted. I believe it was Immortalis. Anyway, we'll see. This is really close on the back straight. So Blankfile's pulled away from Super. Richie's getting closer to him. Richie's... No, that's Immortalis down the inside of Richie. Yeah, Richie's now in 7th. Immortalis taking 6th. Super trying to really defend that position. And heading on to the final on that first straight. 9 minutes left. Spudder's completed 20 laps. And we've got 3 drivers who have not pitted. We're going to see how much this affects them. And how much the one-stop the zero-stop strategy can actually work. And that's going to be Richie down the inside of Super Crusher. Well done to Richie back in the top 5. And I reckon James G will be sneakily making his way back up through the field as well. The Frenchmen are really going well this race. I reckon Richie's still almost my driver of the day. He's got some incidents. He's come back from the field. No, even Blankfile. Blankfile's in 4th place, and he got into a huge incident with HHV early in the race. All of these cars, I really want to know what setups these guys are running. I do still think Spud's running the hard tyres. Yeah, I definitely do think Spud's going to still be running the hard tyres. It's 8 minutes left. He hasn't pitted. One of those top 3 have to pit sometime soon. I don't reckon we're going to see those top 3 all not pitting. Unless they're all in the hards. So if you don't know about the Flux Motorsport Championship point system, you get 35 for a win, but if you get 36 and 37 if you get the pole and the fast lap, you get 1 point pole and 1 point fast lap. So far we've got actually McToasty on the fastest lap. Yeah, that's McToasty on the fastest lap with, oh no, a 48 flat. So yeah, that's Will on the fastest lap. So Will's going to be getting that extra point so far. And then Spud will be getting that pole. Actually, no, Spud didn't get pole position. That was... Sorry, I can't even remember. There's that much been happening in this race. There's that many overtakes, that many... Oh, it's brilliant. No, there will not be any rain. So the rain actually cleared off in time in the forecast. So there will rain at the first half of qualifying. And it wouldn't dry off in time, but if the rain would stop halfway through qualifying, the track would not dry up in time, so it would be a wet race for all of quali until we'd have some medium cloud in the first 2/3 of the race, and then light cloud about now. So the track will be a bit warmer compared to how it was earlier, but nothing that will be too noticeable for the drivers. Might burn the tyres a little more, but what the drivers are really going to be worrying about, depending on what tyres they're running and how they're treating them, is the front left. As last year I even checked on Bruce Law's footage that, yeah, the front left was the worst tyre for him, and even Taijo himself. I've gone to Taijo's screen, and yeah, the front lefts are still affecting him the most. But now that he's fixed that damage he's had earlier, he's going to be alright. So top 3 still hasn't pitted yet. I don't reckon we're going to be seeing that top 3 pit. I reckon that top 3 is going to stay in the same position for now unless any of them spins. There's no way one of them will be pitting with 6 minutes left to go. I reckon it's too late for pit now. Unless they think that they're going to be quick enough in the pit lane. I reckon they're going to be having to pit. No, I don't reckon, no. Yeah, no. I don't reckon to see any pits from that top 3. I reckon that's going to be our top 3 at the moment. But the battle for the top 4, that's what I'm really wanting to see. But that's eMotorsports. Less than a second. Their Super's actually dropped off quite a bit, so unlucky for him. But that's Richie and eMotorsports currently having the battle. eMotorsports, who got pole position in second place last time. Flux Motorsport took the Lmp2's to Silverstone Grand Prix circuit. We're almost at the 5-minute mark. Then Wellington Straight, Richie taking that top. Richie and Blake Fowler are still my top drivers of the day at the moment. Richie coming straight back from the field many times, especially starting from 11th, and then Blake Fowler essentially coming back from last when he crashed with HHV in the first corner. I think Blake Fowler's done exceptional. I definitely wouldn't expect anyone else to be coming from last, unless it's one of the quickest drivers like Blake Fowler, who is actually, yeah. What else can you expect from a Flux Motorsport champion winning the GTA Championship in his BMW Z4? Go back down to the 2020 Championships of GT3s if you want to see that happen. There's many great races on the Flux Motorsport channel. I always love to scroll through the Flux Motorsport channel and see many great races. One of my other favourites is Dubai in the GT1s. That was grand final between eMotorsports, Blake Fowler and Bruce Law. That's another one I really recommend. And there'll be only many more to come. As we're at the 4-minute mark. Richie taking 5th place. We'll head to another battle I see down here with JMG and Will. These two both actually got innocent earlier where Will would actually spin out JMG, but got in for a turn in position, but now they're at it again in the same corner where it happened earlier in the race. Will taking that dirty gear from JMG in his Ligier Nissan when Will's got his Marek. Mega big diesel power. Heading through Abbey, and then Farm Curve. They both have an alright racing line, it seems like. See how they go through Village. That's really wide for JMG. Will looking for that outside move. Could be a switch back by Real. Heading through entry before Wellington. Will's down the insides. Can he keep it up before they head into Brooklands? And no! No! There are some times where things happen on a racetrack. And you know what's happened. And there's definitely silence between these cruise teams at the moment. That's... I can't say who's at fault at the moment. That all just happened so quickly, but Will recovered really well. I can't see too much damage for JMG, but Yeah, I'll look at Will's car, but yeah, no, that's really unlucky for the drivers in that incident. There's definitely going to be a big stewards talk about that incident. That was, yeah, this is going to be a rivalry to see later on in the season, I think. But yeah, that's down the end of Wellington Straight. I mean, they were really going at it too wide, heading out of entry, but yeah, we'll be putting the stewards for sure. And just wait to see who comes on top, because if that ends up being Will's fault, he didn't give the positions back, but if it is Will's fault, he will get an extra penalty, but if it's JMG's fault, it'll be alright, because he didn't have to give the position back. But yeah, well, that's really unlucky on those guys. We've got a battle between RG and Revs Martin actually at the moment. RG is the yellow Nissan Ligier, and Revs Martin in his yellow Orica that the extra team are running this year. When they were previously in the Viet Supercar Championships, Extar would be having the Martin father and son duo, but see how RG goes at the moment. Actually, I want to go for this battle between Richie and Immortalis. Battle for the top 5, 1 minute left. Yeah, it seriously could be a racing, but still, yeah, it's a lot of damage being dealt. So something will definitely be looked at, just because, yeah, we almost saw a flip. There's big spins, especially in the middle of the Wellington Straight. That's not what you're exactly expecting to see a crash. I know it was on the exit of entry, but I'm still a little iffy about that incident. So Immortalis taking the draft, heading into Stowe before they go through the club left 90-degree turn. Immortalis is looking on the outside there. He was almost brave. I don't reckon that you could even overtake on the outside. There's no point, but he's getting really close. Yeah, wheel spins also your possibility is into Abbey. Immortalis takes the move. Yes, he does. Richie doesn't go wide. They're still too wide. Into Village past the farm curve. So Immortalis still got 5th place in the moment. Richie still in Village before they enter Wellington Straight and entry. And that's Richie defending his position really well. The racing's been excellent tonight. This is what Flux Motorsport provides, guys. If you really want to get involved, you've really got to sign up to do it for yourself and see it. That's almost contact by Immortalis on Richie. Almost touching, but getting me a little bit of a touch in the rear. See if there's enough of a toe to go too wide on the National Pit Straight. Probably not enough. You'll need to wait to see if you can go through Maggots and Beckett's enough. Yeah, that won't be enough to go down the dive on the inside. Yeah, be careful, Immortalis. You really want to get your racing lines right through Maggots and Beckett's just so you can make sure. But with the race finish, that's Spudman taking the first race of the Lmp2 season. Congratulations to Spudman. He did not pit once. And that will be, yeah, that's unlucky for Immortalis taking that. And Toasty in second. Well done, who did not pit once. The top 3 did not do a pit. So as you see, it's really risky if you don't want to pit. The tyre wear must have been horrible for these guys, but well done to those. As Danny does a big celebration with a spin across the finish line. Blake File in 4th place. Well done to you, mate. You're definitely going to be called my first driver of the day. Getting involved with an incident with HHV at the start of the race and coming right back up the field to 4th place. Excellent drive, absolutely amazing. And then Richie is my other driver of the day today. He came from 11th, came up to the podium many times, and is that Super going into the pits? Why is Super going into the pits? Yeah, that's going to lose some positions, but yeah. So yeah, that's Immortalis in 6th, Taijo in 7th. Well done to you, mate. Then Will in 9th. Still want to know why Super has gone into the pits on the final lap. He's crossed the finish line now, but that's JMG, the other French driver, about to come to the finish line. Teammates with Richie, I believe, the 17th car, and that's a 14th. That's a third. That's another retirement. That's another retirement. I believe that's RG. Not sure what's happened, but the other extra car of Revs Martin, the other Australian from Broken Hill. Then HHV. So, and then Davy Jones in 13th. We had 3 unlucky retirements tonight, guys. Oh no. Wow. So, that's really unlucky. So, RG's apparently run out of fuel. Yes, he mustn't have forgot to chuck it on lean or normal fuel mix, but well done to everyone. What an absolute, holy wow, that's actually Taijo in the 45s. I believe that's Taijo's going to have the fastest lap. So that's Taijo taking the fastest lap point tonight. Well done to you, mate. Got 7th place, the fastest lap. Getting that extra point will still get you higher in the standings, so that's brilliant to you. Many different drivers tonight. We've got Spudman. No surprises, absolutely dominant. Oh, so Spud did pit. I must have seen it, but okay, yeah, Spud did pit. I didn't notice, but well, he kept that pit really well done because whatever it went, he timed it perfectly. But yeah, okay, so that's McToasty and Kirby that didn't pit, and having 2nd and 3rd, amazing job. But, so Blake Farmer in 4th. What do you expect? Those 2 were really good tonight. Immortalis in 5th. Taijo wins 7th with the fastest lap. The first extra car of Super in 8th. 9th is Will. JMG, the other French, in 10th. Revs, and then HHV and Davy Jones. Then we have the retirement of RG, Spaceman, and then G Hellraiser. So that's going to be round 1 of the Lmp2, guys. Really proud of everyone racing tonight. You brought some great entertainment for all the members and viewers, subscribers of Flux Motorsport. And I'm your host, Mark, tonight. Make sure to subscribe to Flux Motorsport. Turn on that notification bell to get our next racing stream. Like the stream so we know what you're happy with. And I'll see you next week. Well done, everyone. See you next Sunday.